I'm very curious to see how this goes, and I'm very curious to see how this influences the next game.
Yeah, and I'm also curious about the Shaco because normally you don't pick Flash with Shaco because you have his Q, which is a just as strong as Flash, but he chose Exhaust as his second summoner spell. So hopefully that's a good choice because they don't have too many like high burst damage dealers that you would want to exhaust right away. So we'll have to see who he chooses to exhaust in fights.
I definitely have to respect the Nutcracker skin because I am a personal fan of that skin, and I love using that skin. I love seeing other people use that skin, and I love seeing people use play that skin. Just makes me laugh every single time. It gets me cracked up. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Speaking of skins and laughing, there is a Nunu bot on the side of Poro Roll, so we're gonna have to see if they pull out the BM tactics.
You know, there is a rule with the FEK tournaments that you're not allowed to overly BM. However, Nunubot goes against that rule because Nunubot is a skin meant to do that. So I am so sorry for the way this game's gonna go because that skin naturally does it. So, oh boy, it's gonna be Tilt City.
Yeah, it's just so infuriating just to be running away, get hit by a snowball, and you just hear ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, it doesn't. That gets real annoying really fast. And there we go, hearing it right from the start. I
There
will
it
raise the volume of the
is.
game for everyone watching. I do apologize for these soft sounds.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, it looks like Poro Roll is going to have the Nunu mid, and the Echo top, and possibly a Warwick Blitzcrank bot lane.
30
We're gonna have to
seconds
see how that ends up working out against the more standard lane picks that Aerial Combat has.
Yeah, I have to definitely wonder how they're going to use very unconventional picks laning against the conventional picks.
Looks like no one's going deep. They're just staying safe for the level one. Jungler setting up for the camps. Nothing too exciting.
Looks like the Nidalee is very well versed, or at least partially well versed, setting up her traps in advance, uh, understanding how to properly clear all the camps using the proper trap placement. So this is very exciting because this is something that a lot of people who are new to Nidalee do not understand how to successfully pull off. I will apologize for that being a little loud. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. Always have to get it perfect and just right.
Ooh, wow, it looks like Nunu is successfully 1v1 the Shaco, taking about half of his health. So, let's see how this mid lane plays out because these are not your standard mid lane champions. I'd be more used to seeing this as a jungle matchup. So, we're gonna have to see how they lane against each other.
Yeah, and I have to agree. Level 1, we already see Echo and Riven going out aggressively. We also see Nunu and Shaco going out, and Shaco's going to deceive away just out of sheer fear. Looks
Oh,
like Nunu is going for a
wait.
flash snowball. He's going to auto-attack, and he's going to first blood at level 2. Getting Team Poro roll in first blood very early on. Riven's going hyper-aggressive on Ventura the Poro on Echo. Very strong back and forth. So Poro Roll gets the first blood of the day.
Yeah, you could just see the dueling potential of these lanes already. And Nidalee goes in on the Blitzcrank, but isn't healthy enough to stay in and fight it.
That is definitely not Blitzcrank. Riven's blowing a flash, Eve's blowing a flash, Eve's gonna tower dive, gets the kill and dies. A very risky play by Laughing Fish on Evelynn. one for one with Riven and Evelyn, both snowballing. Evelyn says worth before I remember that I should probably be toggling chat off. We will see. We will see if that is worth.
Yeah, it's only worth if you call it.
It is only worth if you call it. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, it looks like Evelyn already has her Chilling Smite ready to go, while Nidalee still has yet to back. So looks like she may get a faster jungle clear.
We
going
see the
on
Draven and the Nami synergy going off. Warwick flashes away, but still goes down to Nami. Nami and Draven have wonderful synergy together as champions, and we can see that they definitely flowed well together there.
Yeah, you just have to respect the amount of damage that they can put out, because people underestimate how strong a Nami E can be because of the slow that it gives and the additional damage.
And it's really interesting that Nami is one of those champions that both synergizes with Draven very well and synergizes against Draven very well. Because Nami's bubble is very good if he goes to catch an axe, but it's also very good for setting up him to land his combo as well. Mid lane, we're seeing Shaco and Nunu go at it, and top lane, we see more aggression as well. Riven trying to KO Echo. Will she pull it off? Riven does, in fact, get a kill on Echo, making her 2-1. It looks like she's building a Hex Shrinker first, which would be very wise against Echo.
Yeah, Hex Shrinker is just so strong right now, and against the massive amounts of AP that Poro Roll has, it's just going to be insanely useful. And we see a fight going down off in the bot lane. Blitzcrank has a flash away, so does Nami. Looks like she
does pull off an exhaust, but she does go down. However, Draven will survive. Draven not backing off, looking to possibly pick up a kill on Blitzcrank. This might not pay off in his favor. He might die from this. However, it looks like that they're not able to take advantage of it. He is going to survive off of his very greedy positioning.
Yeah, he managed to get just behind the minion wave as it was coming up, so Blitzcrank...
We see Nidalee surprising Evelyn, going down after Evelyn, sneaking up on her. Will she be able to kill her? A spear lands, and Nidalee does, in fact, successfully take down Evelyn in her own jungle, pinching her off. Very well thought out by Nidalee on her end. Very well meditated.
I remember you talking about how high skill that aerial combat's team comp was, and they are showing that they absolutely have that mechanical level to play these champions.
Oh yes, and it's very impressive to see that as well. Here we see Nami getting a Thunderlord's proc off after harassing Warwick with 3 E-procs of her auto attacks. We see that because they're not ranged bot lane, that they're going to have difficulty avoiding harass such as that. Nidalee lands a massive long spear. Shaco's going to try to take advantage of that. He does go on Nunu. However, Nunu hits level 6 first, and to avoid Nunu's ultimate, he does plop down a box. Riven going hyper-aggressive on Echo. Will she be able to take Echo down? She's looking for the KO. She's getting the final auto attack off. Evelyn is pinging that she's on her way to help assist in the matter. Echo does pull off an escape with his ultimate, but it does not work out in his favor, and Riven does take him down. And the chat needs to stay
She didn't
on.
even need to use Wind Slash. That's just insane. She's already three kills up on the Echo.
Evelyn is looking to attack Riven here with her ult down. I feel like this is a grave mistake. And
Yeah,
Riven almost...
He was 3 levels behind her. What are you doing?
He does manage to live, but I still feel like that waste of time was highly questionable. If we look up here, we can see Nidalee making a play, going on Nunu. Will she be able to pull a takedown? She doesn't get the enhanced pounce off. She is going to flash. Nunu's going to flash as well. A spear goes down, and Nunu goes down. Nidalee starting off 2-0-1, already snowballing. She already has her Green Smite and her Aether Wish. She's well on her way to getting Runic Echoes early on.
And there's just that mechanical skill, you know? Nidalee has hit a lot of good spears only 8 minutes into the game, and it's just been able to chunk out people so that they kind of had to run away in a bad position.
I have to say that this Nidalee is very impressive with her, the way she is premeditating a lot of her plays. However, Blitzcrank is going to be able to pull Draven under tower. Draven's going to flash away. Nami's going to attempt to heal him. However, he is still going to go down to the Warwick. They're going to try to pull another kill on Nami. Will they be able to? Echo's having to flash away as Riven goes in. Nidalee does miss a spear, and Echo is going to survive, as Nidalee will prowl away back to her jungle. Nami does manage to survive bot lane, however. We'll see if it stays that way. She has to be very careful because the Blitzcrank Warwick grab and suppression is a very deadly combination if she positions just in the wrong way. However, Warwick is low on mana, that is worth noting.
Yeah. However, the Blitzcrank still has full mana, so you could just probably rely on the Blitzcrank CC because Nami is one of the squishier supports, so she just has to be careful down there by herself.
That is definitely true. And we can see Shaco is building an Aegis of the Legion first. He's not taking as much damage from Nunu. He is going to throw a two-ship poison. Nidalee pounces in, does the takedown. Nunu's ultimate detonates, but not enough damage to hurt. Evelyn's going to come in. Draven ult comes out to help, and Evelyn's going to be forced to flash away. However, Nidalee is still chasing. Will she land a spear? She does, in fact, land a spear. She's going to go for it. Will she be able to pounce? She does not get the enhanced pounce, and Evelyn is going to survive.
Yeah, Evelyn was counter jungling at Nidalee's Raptors, which, given the lack of vision, might not have been the best idea.
I do have to agree with that. However, Nidalee is in a very scary position. She is going to be able to pounce away from Echo's slow, however, she will be getting away. She's definitely testing her luck, though. She lands a spear, but doesn't do much damage. She pounces in and does takedown, house-shotting. Echo attempts to use his ultimate, but does miss it. Blitzcrank's gonna land a pull in Nidalee. Will she go down? The silence goes off, and Echo shuts down Nidalee. Her greedy play not panning out. A teleport comes in from Riven. She picks up a kill on Echo. They're gonna go after Warwick. Warwick's trying to pick up a kill on Shaco, who deceives away masterfully. However, Evelyn's going to chase off. She does not pick up a kill. Riven pulls up another kill on Warwick. Stand aside by Draven. Draven picks up a triple kill. Will she keep going? Can she get a pentakill? She's going after Blitzcrank, and Shaco pulls up another kill. A massive display of skill. A huge turning point. Riven getting 3 kills from her risky teleport. Team Aerial Combat coming in the lead early on at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, that was just an amazing team fight because they managed to let Riven teleport in and just do her thing and just wreak havoc all over the fight. Now, I think Echo may have survived if he didn't pull the trigger on his ultimate so soon, too.
Gila, incredibly difficult, where's my breath? He was definitely hoping to get the kill on Nidalee. Unfortunately, it did not work out in his favor and cost his team the fight as well. However, it was definitely well fought on Aerial Combat side. Nidalee looking to get another hit on Nunu. She attempts to predict Nunu to move backwards. However, Nunu does stand still. Her spear does not land, and she's going to just simply move on. Draven is going to get pulled in by the Blitzcrank. Warwick's going to go. They do pull up a kill on Draven. However, a double bubble by Nami is going to keep them at bay from going on Nami again.
Yeah, you still gotta watch out for this Blitzcrank and Warwick. Even though they may be behind, they're actually pretty even. Scratch that. But still, you just have to watch out for the sheer amount of damage and crowd control that the two of them bring together.
Nami attempting to take down Warwick. Nazasa's is going to come out. However, she doesn't have the mana. I feel like that was a very poor choice to expend her summoner spell like that with not the mana to back it up. It looks like they are going to go for Rift Herald, and Riven does get the kill on Rift Herald, which Echo should be playing very careful after noticing that, as it means Nidalee, even though she is not, could be in the area. Also, it means that Riven's coming back. She is going to exert her presence. Echo pulls off an ultimate just to attempt to escape. He's going to try to make a play here. However, he's too far behind to be able to pull it off. A Wind Slash comes out. It does not slay him. However, it is enough to send him back.
Yeah, he managed to dance around the Riven enough, just confuse her on where he was going. He landed the stun, the shield saved him from the Wind Slash. He managed to play that well, but he's probably going to lose his turret.
We see a Nunu ult coming off, and Nunu's ultimate and Shaco's ultimate goes off at the same time. Both of them slaying each other. They're going to go on Nami this time. Will they get the kill? They do get kill on Nami. Draven hoping to take advantage of them folks in the support. However, they just pull up a quick double kill on the two.
Oh man, there's fights erupting everywhere around this map. Very skirmish heavy, especially given the nature of these champions. A lot of them are good for like 1v1ing or
Nidalee is going to attempt to go on. Echo flashes away. However, they're going to pick up a clean kill on both of them. Nidalee just barely surviving. A very smooth, well laid out tower dive between the two. Very massively well done coordination on Team Aerial Combat versus Poro Roll.
Ooh, man, I'm really excited because these guys are playing just so well. I mean, maybe giving them these mechanically difficult champions was not the best idea because they're still really strong just overall.
I do have to say,
it kind of backfired.
I do have to say I'm very impressed. When I was looking at these team compositions, knowing that Soulforge is the platinum player for Aerial Combat's team, and because the Poro Roll team does not have an adequate AD carry, I was suspecting that bot lane would be the star of the show for Aerial Combat. Shaco is going to deceive out of that. He will take ignite damage, but he will not die. I was suspecting Aerial Combat's best team to be down there, and I was expecting Nidalee and Riven to fail. However, it turns out the other way. Shaco attempting to make a play with his ultimate to confuse and disorient the enemy team. They don't know which one's which. At first, he is going to survive. Riven coming in to save him. And Nunu almost going down to two-ship poison. Riven's going to attempt to go on it. She pulls up another kill, 2 kills from it, and is legendary, showing no mercy from her end. A Hex
You know,
Shaker.
this Riven just went off from the beginning of the game, and she is not stopping.
Warwick is attempting to 1v2, a flash from both of them coming out, and Warwick will actually 1v2. Will he be able to pick up a kill on both of them? Warwick getting incredibly fed. He's 5-2 right now. It looks like he may, in fact, be able to pull up a kill on both of them if he can chase down the Draven. Simply going for it. Draven's attempting to kite him. Draven's going to flash. He's going to keep trying to kite him, and Warwick will back off, unable to tower dive him without his ultimate.
Yeah, Warwick just has an insanely good sustain with the Blade of the Ruined King, his Q, and everything. He can regenerate health much faster than you think, so you need to be careful about 1v1ing him, or even 2v1ing him as we just saw.
As we just saw. It looks like Evelyn's going to contest the blue. A spear will miss on Evelyn, so she will survive. At least for now.
Yeah, you really need to watch out for these Nidalee spears. Because you know if you're hit by one, she's probably going to go in and finish you off, just like we're probably going to see right now.
A two-ship poison lands after the spear. She is going to go in. However, they are afraid of overcommitting with the Warwick, but a final spear will land, narrowly avoiding the minions and shutting down Warwick, granting her team shutdown gold. And we see a 6,500 gold lead on Team Aerial Combat. They are definitely not shut out Team Poro Roll by any means. However, they definitely have a strong lead exerted, and we see Nami has built a banner of command.
And not just Nami, but the Shaco, actually. So it's going to be really
Nami
hard
is going to be
for you
pulled
guys
under
to
tower.
see.
Evelyn's going to be going on that, and Nami will instantly go down. They are going to attempt to fight. However, and Blitzcrank is in fact going to go down to Draven's ultimate. However, it looks like Evelyn will in fact stay safe. Nuna's going to come out with a snowball. Echo coming in, looking to attempt to take him out. However, Shaco's going to see if he can make a mad escape. Will the Mad Hatter make a mad escape? We'll see. It looks like Evelyn is going to take him down. However, Nidalee and Riven are going to take him down. They do successfully cancel Nuna's ultimate and take him out. Echo is trying to make a mad escape. A spear lands on Evelyn, taking her out of the fight. While Warwick does go down, Evelyn forced to run away.
That was a kind of chaotic fight, but I think it was really smart by the Shaco to kind of just try to run towards the enemy base, because it took the attention away from the rest of the fight. So Poro Roll was split up while Aerial Combat, they could just focus on wherever they wanted because they still had the rest of their team together.
Oh, definitely. And what's interesting to see is that every single champion on Team Aerial Combat is a very snowball-y champion. Draven snowballs very easily, Nidalee snowballs very easily, and Riven is infamous for being a bipolar snowball champion. So if any one of them, if Draven gets fed, if Nidalee gets fed, if Riven gets fed, even if Shaco gets fed, it is very scary on a champion that is much more prone to snowballing versus someone who may even out a bit more.
Yeah, like, Draven's passive is literally so he can get fed even more than your typical carry.
Draven's going to position incredibly aggressively. He's going to get pulled in. A very aggressive position, not panning out for him. Evelyn ult is going to go out, poorly used. Nidalee landing a spear. Riven going in, recklessly fighting all of them, pulling up a kill on Warwick. Will they go further? We'll see. It relies on if Nidalee lands a spear. She is going to miss it, and a new snowball goes. Riven does attempt to block the damage with her shield. Shaco's going to get pulled in along with his clone. They're going to go in. Shaco does go down to the Nunu snowball. Nunu ultimate goes off, but it gets canceled quickly. Blitzcrank is going to go down. Nami ultimate goes off. Echo lands a massive ultimate, takes down Nami before being taken down by Nidalee's takedown. Haha, fun.
Again, with the chaotic fights, I don't know where, like, any of this is coming from. It's just a whole lot of fighting and a whole lot of dying, too.
Evelyn is going to attempt to go aggressive. They are going to attempt to weave tower aggros. They try to take her down. Evelyn trying to take down both of them. She does, in fact, get Nidalee down, shutting her down and getting Nidalee her second death of the match.
But what is 2 deaths to 7 kills, especially on Nidalee, who is really strong in the jungle right now?
Nidalee has completed her Rod of Ages and her Runic Echo. She has not bought boots yet. A Warwick ult is going to come out on Riven. However, Riven does not care and still manages to slay Warwick nonetheless.
Yeah, when Draven showed up, you knew that that Warwick was gone. His health just dropped instantly. There is no hope for him.
Frost Queen's claim by Blitzcrank is going to go out. A pull will land from the slow, and the team capitalizes on it. Blitzcrank landing the final blow with his ultimate.
Yeah, Draven really needs to watch out because he's going to be the prime target of those pulls. Riven, Nidalee, and Shaco all have jumps, and Nami's going to be on the back line for the most part. So Draven is Blitz's target for pulls because he's going to be the easy target.
A very interesting thing to note, Draven actually invested in the Fervor boot enchant early. Whether or not that'll pan out for him, we'll see, but it's definitely understandable with the mobility that he's going to need to be able to avoid these dangerous situations. Because right now his team is snowballing, and his best hope is to not give the enemy team a chance of coming back, while the rest of his team is going to win this game to victory. Evelyn does attempt to take down Nami, however Nami's heal is going to go out. She is going to flash away. Nami ultimate is going to come out. Meanwhile, on the other side, Riven's going to be fighting, takes down Warwick, along with the other two. Both Evelyn and Warwick are going to be going down as the team converges together. Riven is going to be pulled in, she's going to be knocked up, she's going to be silenced, and Nunu ult's going to go off. Will she die? She does in fact go down, almost bringing down 2 with her, but not quite. Nidalee attempting to pick something out off of it, however, Nunu is making sure to block any chance of a Nidalee spear from hitting Echo, making sure to prevent his death and absorb the blow.
Yeah, pulling that Riven almost backfired because if you pull her into your team, that's just setting her up to land a stun, land her knock-up, just pretty much land everything of hers.
A Blitzcrank pull does miss almost point blank. She is going to try to take advantage of that. However, she gets ulted by Warwick. She's going to pounce away. Nami Bolt comes out. She will flash away. However, it looks like she's still going to go down. Blitzcrank's past him, making sure he'll stay alive. As Warwick chases down Nami, they are pinging Warwick to back up. He does get bubbled, and the chase is probably not worth it. However, he still keeps going before deciding to back off. A teleport coming from Riven's end. Shaco pulling out his Hallucinate as they attempt to quickly nuke down the tower. Will it work out in their favor, however? We'll see. Shaco leaves his clone behind as he runs away. Riven looking to go back. She gets pulled. Echo's going to ult back, and her mob procs as she keeps hopping away, kiting the team as she weaves her combo, showing her expertise with both kiting and combo weaving at the same time. Draven being chased down and dying to the Warwick Q.
Yeah. let's take a look at Shaco's build quick, because in addition to his banner command, he got his rot portal, so he's just full on siege. He's just like, Riven and Italy are gonna carry me. I'll just help with killing turrets.
And I think that's definitely a good strategy to have in mind for his end.
Yeah, I mean, really, pushing is all they have left to do, because they've managed to get all of the outside of the base turrets for portal roll down. So all they have to do is just break that first line of inhibitor turrets, and then they can try to close out the game from there off a good fight.
Worth noting that Team Portal does not have any physical-based champions, so Nidalee is still not opting for boots and has rather built another banner command on her end and is also working for a Xerath portal. So we see a Xerath portal banner command being built on Nidalee. An Evelynn ult is coming out, however, Shaco is going to return the strike and she is going to flee. You know what? I believe they should all follow through with it. I believe Draven should get a banner command and a Xerath portal as well.
Yeah, I mean, Draven isn't exactly doing the most damage right now, so it could actually be useful for him to get that, because we already know that Riven and Nidalee are the main sources of damage for the team, so it wouldn't actually be that far-fetched for him to opt for that build path.
Yeah, well, I was joking. That's definitely an interesting thing to keep in mind. Nidalee Spear is going to land, almost max range. She is going to pounce, and the takedown will take down Evelynn. How she gets pulled in, she does get silenced. She's going to try to retreat. A heal goes off, a spear goes off. Riven finished him off. Riven is going to get Warwick ulted. However, she is going to be able to survive running away. Both of them not afraid of the enemy team as they stay around.
Ooh. You also have to keep in mind that Warwick does have his Blood Scent passive going, so
Draven's going to get pulled in yet again, and a Nuna Snowball is going to take him down. Shaco going to lead his clone in after the Nunu, which, as we saw earlier, with the 1-for-1 trade with the ultimate, definitely is something that cannot be ignored.
Yeah, looks like Aerial Combat's picking up their first inhibitor of the game, so they can let that lane push in, and looks like they're going to rotate top.
A very wise decision on their part. I would like to see them rotate top, exert some pressure. I would like to see them, and then they should be very careful about a Baron coming out, but if they play it right, they should be able to avoid Baron being taken, and then they should be able to take it themselves. Looks like they're not going to push top too much. Looks like Baron should be contested. If they get Baron, then that should be the win for them, and they definitely have the pressure to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, and if they do go for Baron, by the time they're done, Riven will probably have her teleport back up, so they can just send her to the lane that the other four aren't pushing, because she can easily push a lane by herself and exert enough pressure that demands some sort of attention.
That is true, and it looks like Team Porwell is asking for assistance in the area, but they're also going to be careful bot. So it looks like they have a tough case, because Shaco was going to be split pushing bot, and well, because split pushing bot, they also have to deal with the possibility of a Baron pressure. They also have to deal with pressure from their own jungle, as Evelynn is forced to flash away and ult to get away as well. Blitzcrank is going to miss his pull, and Draven will definitely manage to survive. Echo's going to flash away, afraid of dying, as they all have to be afraid of dying, because any death at this point can potentially cost the team the kill. That being said, they are going to go on Shaco. Shaco is going to deceive and run the other way. They're not sure which way to follow, however, Blitz does go with them. He's going to drop down a Jack-in-the-Box, and he's going to use his ultimate. He's going to try to mess around with the Blitz. He's going to try to pull up a 1-for-1 kill. Will he be able to pull it off? Blitzcrank pulls off the kill. However, even though Blitzcrank pulls off the kill and Shaco does not get a kill from it, they do get the Baron down. The distraction good enough to get his team Baron for the rest of the 4 members.
Yeah, so having Baron on 4 out of 5 members is still good, because they can just keep pushing. They'll have, and even if they fight and they lose 1 or 2 people, they still have a couple Baron buffs left. Now it looks like that top lane push is coming.
Nidalee going to get pulled in under tower, knocked off silence. She is going to barely survive with a Primal Surge and a heal coming out from Draven, miraculously surviving. and the turret is going to go down. However, she's going to get Warwick ulted. There's only so much, and Nilly's going to survive from. Evelyn's making a chase after Nami. However, Riven's going to come in and punish her for that. However, Warwick is going to pull up a double kill, take down Draven as well. Looks like they're going to be able to get an inhibitor off of it. The Baron pressure is just too much for Team Poro Roll to handle.
Yeah, while they were fighting top lane, it looked like Riven and Nami had enough time to be able to take the bot turret and inhibitor all by themselves. So you really just have to be able to make quick decisions about who you want to fight as Poro Roll.
Worth noting right now that Team Aerial Combat does have a 13,000 gold lead exactly right now.
Yeah, up to 13,000 in gold, 9 towers, 3 dragons, 8 more kills. This is looking like it's gonna end pretty soon.
Looks like they're trying to make a pick on Riven right now. They'd be very careful about it. Nilly's going to miss a spear. However, Riven's going to get ulted. Nilly's going to go in for the takedown. Warwick goes down eventually, driving for just a little bit, and Nilly's spear does go off. Shaco's clone has to be rather careful. However, Riven herself is going to take down Blitzcrank. She's going to get a triple kill. Will she be able to pick up more than that? Nami's going to pick up a kill on Echo, and she's going to pick up a kill with Shaco on Evelyn, a clean ace, and it looks like Team Aerial Combat does pick up the first win of the evening.
Yep, and it looks like it was in quite dominating fashion. 21-2 on the Riven. That is just an insanely good showing on that champion.